Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing today? It's Wednesday, so I am Beth, your friendly neighborhood 4 H program coordinator for McDonough County. And today we are going to make a DIY brown sugar foot scrub. So we're continuing on with our little topic of self-care. So if you remember last Wednesday, we made our very own tabletop Zen garden. And so today we're going to do a little bit more self-care and we're going to make a foot scrub that you can use for yourself to kind of give a nice little massage and some exfoliation for your own feet, or it would make a really cool gift to give to somebody else. So we're going to use items that you may have in your own pantry for our foot scrub today. So we're going to have white sugar, brown sugar, some olive oil, and then vanilla extract. And what you're going to need today is you're going to need a bowl to mix it in. You're going to need a whisk, measuring cups, tablespoons, and a fork to help kind of mash it down. So why would we want to make a foot scrub? Well, a lot of times we neglect our feet. Our feet are very important. They carry us through all of our journeys in life, and they can get tired and they can hurt. And a lot of times we kind of forget to take really good care of our feet. So we're going to make a foot scrub that is going to scrub our feet and it's going to exfoliate our skin cells on top of our feet. So when I use the term exfoliate, what does that mean? Well, exfoliate is the process of removing dead skin cells from the surface of your skin. So we are covered in skin from head all the way down to our toes. And our body naturally reproduces skin cells about every 30 days. And so the layers on top kind of become dead and kind of flake. And fall off, and then new skin cells come up. And so when we're exfoliating, we're kind of helping the process along, and we're getting rid of kind of the dry, dead skin, and it's going to release and show off all of our beautiful, glowing, healthy skin. And so that's what we're going to use. Sugar, that's going to be our exfoliator that gives that scrub, but it's not going to hurt. The olive oil in our recipe is going to help hydrate that new fresh skin, and then the vanilla is going to just make it smell really good. So let's go ahead and let's get started. So first we are going to need 2/3 of a cup of white sugar. So I've got my 1/3 cup measuring cup here. So I'm going to need 2 of them. So I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to use my trusty flat side of my knife to go across to get all the extra so that I can make sure that my measurement is correct. So there's 1/3, and then there is my 2/3. I'm going to move the sugar to the side. Next, we are going to take 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same 1/3 and put it in my bag. And brown sugar is white sugar that they add molasses to. So it kind of makes it a little bit sticky. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of mold it in and push off with my hand the excess. I'm going to dump that in. Then I am going to put this to the side, and I'm going to take my whisk, and I am going to, sorry, I'm trying to make it so you see it, but I'm going to break up the brown sugar, and I'm going to just give it a good whisk just to mix it up, because next we're going to be adding in our olive oil. And so I want to make sure that it'll be a little bit easier to mix up. Alrighty, so that's now what it looks like now that I've broken up everything. Now I am going to need 1/2 cup of olive oil, so I'm going to use my liquid measuring cup. The key to that is to put it on a flat surface and then go ahead and pour it in. I'm just going to kind of just be pouring it in. And the reason why you leave it on a flat surface is that it is, it's a better way to make sure that you are getting the proper amount in there. And so what I do is, and you're not going to be able to see it too well, but I'm going to hold it here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the table and I'm going to then get myself eye level and make sure that I am on the 1/2 cup. And I am. So now I am going to pour that in and give it a good shake because olive oil is nice and thick. So this is going to help bring everything together. Next, I am going to need a tablespoon of vanilla extract. So I'm going to take my tablespoon and I'm going to pour my vanilla extract on top and then give it a good dump in. So now I have all of my ingredients in my mixing bowl for our brown sugar foot scrub. I'm going to use a fork instead of a whisk to mush this all together. So I'm just going to kind of give it a good stir and make sure that I am mixing all of the ingredients together. And it smells really good. So this will help your feet feel fresh and renewed, make them smell good too. And just make sure that you have mixed everything. And I'm just looking over my recipe real quick just to make sure I haven't missed anything. And it doesn't look like I have. So fantastic. So when it's all combined, it's going to look like that. And then what you're going to want to do is if you have a container handy, I've got a little glass jar that I got from the dollar store, you are going to put this in here. So you can do a couple different ways. You can dump it, you can use a spoon. One of our friends of 4-H, so the mouth is big enough for me to do that, they were kind enough to recommend because I've told you guys I'm really messy. I make a lot of messes, and the past couple projects that we've done I've been making a big mess as well, but they recommended a little funnel that you can get specifically for jars. So if you wanted to use that and put it on your jar and then just go ahead and pour it in, you definitely could. So you want to get your body scrub, or sorry, your foot scrub in here and kind of just pack it down. And you can put a lid on it and use it later. If you are like, Beth, I need a spa day right now, you are more than welcome to take your foot scrub. So here it is in my jar. I'm going to put a lid on it because I'm going to use it a little bit later. To use this, whether you are going to use this the second you get off the Facebook Live video and go ahead and give yourself a good pamper, or if you're going to use this later on this week, maybe this weekend, you're like, I'm going to slice up some cucumbers, put them on my eyelids, and I'm just going to relax and listen to ocean music and give myself a good foot scrub. You can definitely do that. What you'll want to do is you'll want to get your feet wet. So people kind of just do different things. So it kind of just depends on your preference and then what you have available. If you have a foot soaking tub, you can definitely do that. Fill it with warm water, let your feet just soak for a couple minutes, and then take your feet out and then take a handful of the scrub and then scrub the bottoms of your feet and the tops of your feet and in between the toes and just give it a good massage. Use your thumbs, and then rinse it off and then pat dry. That'll definitely refreshen your feet. If you have a bathtub and you want to sit on the edge of the bathtub, just be really careful putting your feet into the water that way. Or if you have a shower, if you have a chair in the shower, you can use that, or you can sit on the floor outside of it and just kind of hose down your feet just with that warm water. And sometimes if you use like the shower head on your feet, it feels really good. But same thing, once your feet are wet, you're going to use a little bit of the foot scrub. You're going to rub it in and concentrate on the sole of your foot, the back of your heel, the tops of your toes, and kind of that side, top of your foot, and then in between your toes. And you can just use as much or as little of the foot scrub as you want. I would just be very mindful to be careful when you step up. It could be a little slick. And then you want to use your towel to pat dry. And so what I mean by pat dry is you don't take the towel and rub really quickly and then throw it away. You're going to take the towel and you're going to just kind of like press and kind of Pat Dry. Pat Dry is great for your skin because it's not very harsh. It lets all that moisture stay in. You're not rubbing. We're already rubbing with the exfoliation, and there's that olive oil in there to help keep the moisture, so we want to make sure that it does its job. So I hope that you enjoyed making your DIY brown sugar foot scrub. And I hope that you enjoy giving yourself a little bit of a pamper. And like I said, this would be a great gift to give to somebody else, too, if you feel like they need just a little self-care or just something nice just to make them smile. Thank you all for joining me today. Next Wednesday, we are going to do some origami. So I hope that you're able to join us next Wednesday as well. And everybody have a great day, and we will see you soon. Bye.